people have a very, very hard time accepting other people's physical and racial and medical limitations.
This is the essence of discrimination, formulating opinions about others not based on their individual merits, but rather on their membership in a group with assumed characteristics.
Discrimination is prevalent. Disease is prevalent. Try to paint a pretty picture, but it ain't one.
In this country, it's still legal to fire people in many places in this country just because they're homosexual. It's even possible to arrest people under the statutes in this country because of the kind of sex they have in the privacy of their own bedroom.
Highline Incorporated is now represented by Wyant, Wheeler, Hellerman, Ketlow, and Brown. And more specifically, Senior Associate Andrew Beckett.
Andrew Beckett will be the face of AIDS for a lot of people. He will be the first contact many people in the audience have to this disease, and I think that's a brilliant way to tell a story.
Did you fire Andrew Beckett because he had AIDS?
Are you gay?
Objection!
Because we respect you so much, we must be honest with you.
Excuse me. Am I being fired?
Hi, I'm Ed Saxon, producer of Philadelphia. Welcome to a special half hour of E-Features Philadelphia.
Or will we leave each other alone like this on the streets of Philadelphia?
I first started thinking about wanting to make a movie that dealt somehow or other with AIDS when a friend of mine got sick with it. As a filmmaker, I thought, I can't make a movie that'll help find a cure, but maybe I can make a movie that will shed light on what it's like to have AIDS, on the heroism of it, on the magnificence of the struggle of the people who've got it, to keep their lives together.
I think the main reason we wanted to make it was we felt it was one of the most dramatic things happening in society today, both the AIDS epidemic and discrimination against gay Americans, which is one of the few kinds of discrimination that seem to be openly accepted in a lot of places in this country.
I sincerely appreciate your faith in my abilities.
Faith, Andy, is the belief in something for which we have no evidence. It does not apply to this situation.
If you're going to make a movie that deals in any way with AIDS, you've got to have a time-tested skeleton of a story to hang it on. And in our research to try to find the right idea, an idea that would have mass appeal, we started hearing about people who were fired from jobs simply because they had AIDS, not because they weren't doing a good job, but because they had AIDS, they were judged to be no longer fit for the working place.
What's that in your forehead, pal?
Well, where?
That right there in your forehead.
Oh, I got whacked in the head with a racquetball.
Ooh, excuse me.
We thought, well, wait a minute, what if there was a real brilliant lawyer, a real brilliant Tom Hanks kind of lawyer, who was perceived to have AIDS at a big, powerful firm and was fired, and the nature of this guy was to not accept that being fired, and he took him to court. Wouldn't we have kind of a great David and Goliath, kind of a great Rocky kind of premise to work with? And we thought that was strong, so we pushed forward with it.
Just that something's come over you lately, Andy. I don't know. Some kind of stupor, fogginess.
Some people think you have an attitude problem, Beckett.
Really? Who thinks that?
I do.
We'd met Tom, and Tom called us and said he'd like to pay Andrew Beckett. And when he did, we were just thrilled. It took very little time after that for it to become a reality.
I found out that Andrew Beckett was very similar to me. You know, I'm 37. I've been married more than once. I've got 3 kids. I've been through a lot, both professionally and personally, and it put an awful lot of stuff in its proper perspective. The point, from the day they hired me, the day I was fired, I served my clients consistently, thoroughly, with absolute excellence. If they hadn't fired me, that's what I'd be doing today.
I think Tom's the right actor for Philadelphia, first and foremost, because he's on that short list of great American actors. Secondly, he brings humor to the part. He brings a likability that he's kind of famous for to the part of Andrew Beckett. And he brings an intelligence to the part of this guy who is a brilliant lawyer throughout the movie.
Wouldn't you be more comfortable in a research room?
No. Would it make you more comfortable?
The most important aspect of my performance as Andrew had to be, for me, from the very beginning, his human nature. Not his political nature, not his sexual nature, not the nature of the dilemma that he's going through, not even the fact that he's sick. He had to be a fully rounded human being that knew all those things, but at the same time was not dwelling on any one individual aspect of it. That was the most important thing to me.
It's good to see you again, Counselor. Judge Tate, Kendall Construction.
Innocuous. How are you? What happened to your face?
I have AIDS.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Joe Miller is a guy who's, I don't like to say he's homophobic, but he's kind of conservative in his thinking and maybe not as exposed to homosexuals as most people might be, or some people might be.
Oh, look at this. You have a new baby.
Yeah, I got a little baby girl.
Oh, it's a girl, huh? Congratulations.
I think the character says things that people think and say maybe in the quiet of their home or with the guys or at the bar or wherever, you know, they would never say it in public, of course. I don't think that way, but so it's an opportunity to sort of sneak into someone's house or their bedroom and find out what they really feel.
Would you accept a client if you were constantly thinking, I don't want this person to touch me?
I have a case.
I don't want them to even breathe on me.
You don't want it for personal reasons.
Thank you, that's correct, I don't.
That's very disappointing.
Through the course of this lawsuit and this court case and their friendship, or relationship, whatever you want to call it, he begins to understand a little bit more of Andrew Beckett's perspective and point of view.
Andrew Beckett's performance on the job varied from competent, good, to oftentimes mediocre, to sometimes flagrantly incompetent.
I wanted to be a part of a film that dealt with this in a serious way and in a fair way. It was a hard part to play because of the work that I have done on this issue and also just my own personal feelings about it and the fact that I've gone through, you know, the life and death with AIDS with people that I've loved, and it was hard.
We've all been living with the AIDS epidemic for more than 10 years. Yet this is the first film from a major studio to deal with the subject. When E-Features returns, you'll hear why this was the right time to make Philadelphia.
Get ready for the year's biggest star cluster yet. I'm not kidding. All the celebrity arrivals to the Golden Globes pre-show. It's a whole new constellation when the best in television meet the best in film for the best pre-Oscar bash in town. And you won't want to miss it.
No, what are you nuts?
The Golden Globe Awards pre-show celebrity arrivals live this Saturday at 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific, only on E, your entertainment authority.
Real simple. E.
Shortcuts is America's most acclaimed film. Winner, Best Picture, Best Director, Best Cast, Best Screenplay. Robert Altman's Shortcuts, the best film of the year. Rated R.
Now playing in select cities.
A revolutionary TV offer. Introducing the Universal Remote from TV Guide. It's got a feature no other remote has. It's free. free with a paid subscription to TV Guide. This 3-in-1 remote's free and gives you the power to control it all. Your TV, cable, and VCR. It's perfect for those who have lost a remote or are tired of fumbling around with many remotes.
I want one.
Beautifully designed by Memorex with big buttons and a sleek comfort grip. It's easy for a child to operate and works with virtually any TV in the house. This all-in-one remote is free when you subscribe to the All-in-One Magazine TV Guide. With comprehensive listings, you'll see what's best for you and your family. See what's hot and what's not. Discover a world of fun and games, soaps, sports, sitcoms, and movies. Call now. Get 68 issues, including TV Guide special issues for 4 easy installments of $14.99 each. Use your credit card today. Get Universal Remote absolutely free. Put the world of TV at your fingertips. Call now.
Has Saturday night lost its magic?
Boy, you girls sure are cute.
And I don't eat meat because I'm a veterinarian.
Oh, boy. Hello?
You know what I'm talking about.
Not a clue.
Honey, you look finer. New set of snow tires.
You know, you just might want to stay home with HBO Saturday nights. A never-before-seen on HBO movie every Saturday night, 52 Saturday nights a year. Guaranteed. So what are you going to do this Saturday night?
I don't get it.
No kidding. HBO Saturday nights.
Senior year. For tough headaches, I took Tylenol. But sometimes it didn't get rid of all the pain. Today I take Advil. For my tough headaches, 2 Advil work better than 2 Tylenol gel caps. I've learned what works better for me. Advil. Advanced medicine for pain.
Hollywood doesn't have a good track record when it comes to gays and lesbians.
I had a project that I was going to play a lesbian in, and I could not get it done. No one would touch it.
I don't know if Hollywood's behind. I know that they're there now. So let's focus on them being there now.
I know some people think there's been a certain amount of resistance to making films about AIDS in Hollywood, and I don't think that's the case. I think that probably it's an industry that would like to make more movies about AIDS, but there just haven't been the scripts there.
Let's make a fair settlement offer. Put this whole tragic business behind us.
Bob, Andy brought AIDS into our offices, into our men's room.
For us, the controversy about why hasn't Hollywood touched AIDS for 10 years didn't affect us. We went to the studio, said we'd like to do a movie that treats the epidemic. They were concerned that it be a broad-based entertainment.
Andrew Beckett proposes to haul me into court, to sling accusations at me, to call me a bigot.
If Philadelphia is a successful picture, and the bottom line that Hollywood, measures success is the bottom line. How much did this picture gross? And if it grosses a lot of money, and it makes the studios comfortable with telling another AIDS story, they will. At the same time, if the picture is not a successful picture at the box office, I think it's going to be hard to get another AIDS movie made.
Everybody in this courtroom is thinking about sexual orientation, sexual preference, whatever you want to call it. Who does what to whom and how they do it.
There were no extra pressures that I felt in making this movie just because it was about AIDS. There's always a very strong pressure that the picture, first and foremost, be a good film, that when the investors who spent all that money on it look at it, they go, yeah, you know, that's a script that we bought, and yeah, you really made a good picture out of it.
I think that the pressure we put on ourselves was not so much what is the Hollywood community going to say about this, what are even AIDS activists or gay activists or whatever going to say about this, as much as it was, I have loved someone who's died of this disease. I want to honor this person. I love someone who has this disease. Now I want to honor this person.
We're standing here in Philadelphia where the Founding Fathers authored the Declaration of Independence, and I don't recall that glorious document stating that all straight men are created equal. I could have sworn it says all men are created equal.
It wasn't a matter of making it palatable. It wasn't a matter of not offending anybody. It was not a matter of making sure that, you know, geez, no one could criticize us for doing it this way. We just tried to do it honestly.
There's going to be things said at the trial that are going to be hard for you to hear about me and my personal life, and there's going to be publicity. I want to make sure it's okay with everybody.
The AIDS community and the gay and lesbian community should be very proud of the fact that the filmmakers were extremely sensitive to include gay and lesbian actors in the movie, There are actors and extras in the movie who are HIV positive and who are living with AIDS, which is a tremendous statement from the filmmakers.
He's not going through some painful procedure until we cancel out everything else. You know what I mean? Listen, I'm trying to help your partner here, okay? Okay.
Well, the first thing that I think is important for my character to show is that I was playing my character, which is who is an homosexual, just in the way I am, making the people understand that an homosexual is not something so different to a real person. I mean, a regular person, or an heterosexual or whatever.
I could have you removed from the ER.
Really?
Look. He's upset. He's sorry. No, don't apologize for me, okay? Okay, he's not sorry.
I am not really
Let's find out.
worried about the sexuality of people, and that's what I want to show. And I have to say to you that I didn't make an extra work to do this character. I just was playing it just the way I am. That's the important thing for me.
While we were making the movie and eating cheesesteaks and generally pigging out, Tom Hanks was transforming himself, losing weight on a rigorous exercise program. He'll talk about it when E! Features Philadelphia continues.
Kiss and Make Up. Tonight on E! News Daily, the newest inductees to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Computer pornography that you control.
What do you want me to do first?
Vanna settles in court. And RuPaul and Elton John team up.
I'm dying to do a video with RuPaul.
It's going to be a total camp.
All these top stories and more, primetime tonight at 9:30 Eastern and Pacific on E! News Daily, the entertainment news and information authority.
As the city's deadliest criminals are being murdered,
Streets are going to be filled with animals. I want Mona de Marco's dead.
Sergeant Grimaldi draws closer to the killer. That's exactly what she wants.
You're a dead man.
Gary Oldman, Lena Olin, Annabella Sciorra, Juliette Lewis, Roy Scheider. Romeo is Bleeding. Rated R. Starts Friday, February 4th at theaters everywhere.
Now you can feel good about giving them pizza whenever they want. Pizza in the morning, pizza in the evening, pizza at supper time. When pizza's on a bagel, you can eat pizza anytime. Pizza Bagel Bites. Bite-sized pizzas on wholesome little bagels. Hey, pizza at noontime, pizza at the showtime, pizza by the two is so fine. When pizza's on a bagel, you can eat pizza anytime. Pizza Bagel Bites. Pizza whenever you want it.
Hi, I'm Cuba Gooding Jr., and you're watching E! Entertainment Television.
Inventions. Even the simplest ideas can become products we use every day. If you have an idea, call the Inventors Helpline in Washington, D.C. at 800-227-7000. You'll receive free confidential forms and useful information describing the invention process. And when you call right now, you'll also receive a free brochure which tells you how to begin to develop your new idea. So get the ball rolling. Pick up your phone right now and call for your free Inventor's Kit.
Call 800-227-7000.
Would you buy a pair of shoes without trying them on, or a car without driving it? Then why buy a vacuum on blind faith? Hi, I'm David Orrick. I make the 8-pound Orrick XL used in thousands of hotels. And if you call this toll-free number, you can try it out in your own home absolutely free for 15 days without obligation. Call 1-800-454-4700. Hey, all you've got to lose is the hidden dirt your present vacuum cleaner leaves behind.
Hey, you're my kid brother. That's all that matters, okay?
We all wanted to make a picture that
To be honest,
didn't
I'm
lecture and
worried
preach
about
to
Mommy and
people.
Daddy.
We felt it was important in Philadelphia to make a movie that didn't represent anybody as a villain just because they might not be comfortable with some of the aspects of the story.
The way that you've handled this whole thing, you and Miguel, with so much courage. I don't believe there's anything that anyone could say that would make us feel anything but incredibly proud of you.
I have tremendous admiration for people with AIDS. I had to keep a certain kind of damper on that, so I didn't kind of heroicize Tom's character too much.
I have to move him back. So move him back like this. You mean?
Okay.
Leave him here.
We could, well, for the purpose of this thing, they could just be there.
He's very passionate, very warm as well. I mean, he creates an environment on the set that makes you feel like you can take a chance and try anything. And I mean, we had my son was calling action and cut sometimes, and it was just a very warm feeling, and it's a feeling that allows you to really be creative.
Well, I want to create a moment where, a wall of photography.
There is no tension, there's no pressure, there's no time clock that is always ticking away saying that we've got to get it, we've got to get it. So that means that really your preparation before you go up to the set can be complete and total and very, very personal. It requires no extraneous kind of performance pieces on anybody else's part, which is really great.
He was always very happy. He was helping the actors a lot. He was working with the camera in a very precise way. I mean, I've never been working like that before. We were doing a lot of scenes just looking into the lens.
Fact. He was successful in his duplicity. The partners at Wyant-Wheeler did not know that Andrew Beckett had AIDS when they fired him.
Whenever you do a shot from the point of view of one of the characters, that's called subjective camera. The point of using a POV shot is that for the moment that POV shot is on the screen, it's putting the audience literally in the shoes of whoever's point of view it is that you're showing.
Jonathan does that a lot, and it's always a little disconcerting because you've spent most of your career learning to ignore, ostensibly ignore while you're working the camera. So the fact that he has you go right into it is always takes a minute. You know, you have to take a deep breath and go in there.
Are you a good lawyer, Andrew?
I'm an excellent lawyer.
What makes you an excellent lawyer?
I love the law.
Tom had to go through a certain amount of physical preparation in order to play the part because the story that we show stands a couple of years' time. And in Tom's character's fight against AIDS, he's losing weight, which is an inevitable aspect of the struggle.
When we cast Tom, the last thing we'd seen him do was A League of Their Own. So we pictured this guy who was 20 or 30 pounds overweight, and we needed Andrew to waste away and be significantly underweight. So we consulted with some doctors and trainers, and Tom was on this kind of computerized diet program. And as we were eating cheesesteaks and French fries, Tom would be brought a plastic container with his meager pre-prepared portion that would keep him on this computerized schedule.
Everybody looked at it and said, this has got to be the ultimate perfect weight loss diet because he was losing weight right in front of your eyes, you know, and he didn't get sick on the film. I mean, what they gave him must have been really nutritionally balanced and everything because he was very thin, but he was in great shape.
What can I do for you? I saw him at different stages, and you know, it required a tremendous amount of discipline on his part because he couldn't eat anything. And I used to always kid him. I had chocolate bars hidden everywhere. Always ate big hamburgers around him, pizza and stuff, because he was eating like ice cakes.
That rat. He'd eat them, and then I'd say, can I smell the wrapper? And so they'd give me the wrapper so I could smell the wrapper. He's an evil man, Denzel Washington. Evil!
I don't see a case.
I have a case.
Tom's commitment to that part was so amazing. I mean, obviously the weight loss and the physical transformation, but just also the truthfulness of the way he played it was just so beautiful. And I think Denzel's work is amazing in the film.
So let's just get it out in the open. Let's get it out of the closet. Because this case is not just about AIDS, is it?
It's probably in some ways maybe the more difficult part of the two, and I thought he was incredible. I think it's one of his best performances as well. Just beautiful work.
How many lawyers you go to before you call me?
9.
We have more we'd like to tell you about Philadelphia when E! Features returns.
Doc Soup, tonight at 9 Eastern, 8 Pacific, you'll meet a man who likes a good spanking every now and then.
Oh!
Whoa! Also, women who say their lives were ruined by permanent makeup. It's not... Whoa! Whoa! Run for your lives! Real mature. Real mature.
Celebrities, entertainers, personalities, performers. They're all on FYE for your entertainment. E's informative in the know half-hour show for your enjoyment.
It's just driving me crazy.
Watch FYE Sundays at 4 Eastern, 1 Pacific, only on E.
Everybody would be a little worse off if I had never been born.
The Original Dave, 10 Eastern, 7 Pacific, every night in prime time on E.
How much of your life has been stolen by that voice that nags, worries, obsesses about your weight?
I'm starting a diet tomorrow.
That voice in your head that's so hard on your body.
I'm huge.
And you?
I have no willpower.
And what would you do if you could have that time back? Imagine instead a voice that speaks your dreams and a body that lives them. The new Jenny Craig. Call 1-800-92-JENNY.
Shortcuts is America's most acclaimed film. Winner, Best Picture, Best Director, Best Cast, Best Screenplay. Robert Altman's Shortcuts, the best film of the year. Rated R.
Now playing in select cities.
Introducing a whole new view of oil of Olay. Fact. Olay Texture Meads improve skin's texture, softening up to 30%, increasing resiliency. Oil of Olay. Younger looking skin is proof that it works.
A&B Party Rentals is a family business. Oh, we get all kinds of stains on linens. Some stains are complex. The more ingredients in a stain, the tougher it is to get out.
Tide's bleach-like power just got better. It gets out complex stains. Even liquid detergents with bleach leave part of the stain behind, but Tide powers it out with improved stain removers.
People rent here because nothing looks rented.
If it's got to be clean, it's got to be Tide.
I'm 55 years old. I'm still doing the laundry.
Final boarding announcement. Flight 74 may be gaining.
There are times you can feel your body heat rising.
Ladies and gentlemen, please take your seats.
Fortunately, there's Degree Antiperspirant. It's body heat activated.
Visiting someone special? Yeah.
Every time your body heat rises,
Having some air conditioning problems.
Degree releases extra protection to keep you cooler, drier.
Steve! Remember me?
Nothing protects you like Degree. Your body heat turns it on.
What do you love about the law, Andrew? Many things.
I hope the film will lead to compassion and will lead to a broader understanding of how we must come to terms with our mandate to live with people who are living with this disease.
Fact. Andrew Beckett is dying.
If there's any significance to it, it's that it captures what's going on here in 1993. That for this window of time, that we actually do bring voice to volatile issues, whatever, but we actually bring some enlightenment to stories that are ripped right out of today's headlines, so that they're not just headlines.
Andrew Beckett is angry because his lifestyle, his reckless behavior, has cut short his life.
The thing that I've learned most from working on the movie and making the movie is that fear of AIDS and fear of homosexuals is mostly a matter of not being exposed and fear of the unknown.
You are my hero. Andrew is right. You are the greatest. Are you gay?
Objection?
How dare you?
Ultimately, it's a movie, it's entertainment. It's not interactive, to use a 90s term. You sit and you watch it. Yes, hopefully it has an effect on you emotionally. Maybe it will help you to think twice about maybe the way you've been thinking.
It's called Philadelphia, but it could be called, in some ways, America today. And so I would just say go see it and take what you want from it, you know, but go see it.
It's been a pleasure telling you about Philadelphia. We think it's a film you won't soon forget. Thanks for watching. I'm Ed Saxon.
I was bruised and battered, I couldn't tell what I felt. I was
unrecognizable to myself. I saw my reflection in a window and didn't know my own face. Oh, brother,
Coming up next, it is another edition of Talk Soup, and all the Talk Soup players acting out your favorite highlights. You know, I don't even think they use clips on this show anymore.